Hi, this is Susan Barbaro. I'm here with Julie Benetti, and we're talking about the book, Donald J. Trump. Do you stand with him? Who does he stand with? The science and energy behind Trump. And the one I picked to discuss was Albert Einstein said that everything is energy, and if one matched the frequency of the reality one wanted, he could not help but get that reality because it was physics. And so people are energy, events are energy, words are energy, and we think that President Trump used this in a way that hasn't been used before, especially in the public forum, and it could have been used in politics before, but never has it been such a strong resolve as it is this time. So we are going to talk a little bit about the energy that he used and use this as an example for the rest of the book.
And you can tell that because there's a frequency to his actions and words, and they connect with the people because there's kind of a latent frequency going on of what's either expressed or not expressed.
And in the past, Mr. Trump had said that he would consider running for president, but he never did. He, at one point, I think he started a campaign, but again, he pulled out of it. And for whatever the reason, this time, he came in actually to erase that. Again, this isn't my opinion. This is what has been said out there by the experts, that it was a very heavily Republican, a very heavily run race. The people, they weren't lightweights who were running against him, just within the Republican Party, never mind Secretary Clinton getting involved just in the Republican Party. He had a lot of heavy hitters. Yet, for whatever the reason, Mr. Trump must have somehow felt the energy of being in it to win it. And, the one way I sort of think about it is, the best way a lot of people can relate to it is an athlete. We just had a Super Bowl where the Patriots were the underdog. They were down, and they tied it, and then they went on to win it. And, so many people being, of course, being in Boston, a lot of people kind of gave up, and they says, oh, there's no way we can win. And for some reason, Tom Brady stayed in that focus of he's in it to win it, and just stayed with it. And that energy, I consider it like a zone you go into. I have to believe, and I don't know Tom Brady, that when he's playing, nothing else matters. Whatever anyone else says, thinks, feels, has nothing to do with this energy that's within him that says, I'm going to win, and that's just it. You can almost, a lot of times, if you're fortunate enough to be close to a team, you can almost feel the energy. People say you can feel the energy, and you just know they're going to win. Underdog or not, you can feel it, and there's a sense that exists.
And when you connect that simply to Einstein, the frequency is winning, and so of course you're creating the reality of that.
And what's interesting is, as now President Trump, when he was just simply Mr. Trump, was talking about the presidency, he actually took the skill set, and people said he wasn't presidential. People said he didn't have the skills to be successful in it. And what actually I saw occurring, and I'm sure you concur, is that as he talked and as he moved through the process, the skill set of the president was morphing into Mr. Trump's skill set.
Right.
Which I've never seen that done on a political forum before. America became a business, and he turned it into something that he knew, and he knew so well that he could go out there and he can run a company. I'm not commenting, again, because I don't know, and we keep saying that, and it's important that we say that because we don't know him, and I don't want to make any assumptions, but because of his success in business, he must be very comfortable in that arena. And walking into the presidency, he made America a business. I'm going in to clean up a business, like any CEO that walks in to a flailing company and has to turn it around. And he actually looked at it and he created the skill set, and he's running it to some degree, like him or not. I'm not commenting on his policies. He's running it like a company. And that energy is just completely changes. When you think about it, you really get that sense. There's something different that's actually happening. And he's changing the frequency to what works for him.
And he's accessing the reality that works for him because he changed the frequency.
Right.
And that's the reality that he gets. And the reality that he gets is winning and being the president.
And that we haven't seen before. And that's actually, we you can talk about it. We talk about it in the book, and we give more examples. But if you understand that, and again, whether you like it or not, we're not here to convince anyone whether it's right or it's wrong. But if you want to understand what he's doing, that's just what he did. And of course, he walks into any company and he knows how to run a company. But nobody ever looked at that. People couldn't understand why he had so much success going through the polls. If you listen to the polls, he was losing, and yet he won the Republican nomination, and then clearly even going against the Clinton organization, which is just, it's a machine on its own. And he still was able to go into that space. And he was never the president. He was never a senator. He was never a congressman. He had nothing to do with politics. And yet he was able to walk very comfortably in those shoes. And I think a lot of people, and I've never met any of the presidents, but I have to believe you go into that space and you have to adjust to it. He actually went in and adjusted it for him.
And Einstein said, you tune into the frequency that you desire, and the environment changes around you to create that, and it becomes the reality. So the question is, what reality has become right now?
And to sum it up, what reality are you creating? What frequency are you tuning into? Are you turning into your frequency, or are you turning into some frequency that someone has said that this is the frequency and that's where you go?
And that's a big question to think about. So
we're going to do some more podcasts talking a little bit more about the book and giving you some more information. And feel free to contact us. Join us at eipublishing.com. Thank you.
Thank you.